Hello, this is Cinnamon Sunshine. I'm live. Let's see if someone joins us over here. I'm gonna give it a minute for people to come in over here. If I don't get play over here, then I'll have to go back on TikTok. But I hate TikTok live. For one, it drains so much of my battery on my phone. I don't know if it drains other people, but it drains the life out of my battery. So I just hate being on there. I'm just waiting for people to come in. Do. I really need to build my YouTube. I want to thank the 200 and so subscribers I have. 1,000 I think I can monetize, which would be great. That would be wonderful. Or 10,000 on TikTok I could monetize. But I really prefer YouTube. I really prefer YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. Those are the two. Those are my favorite. I like TikTok, but it's just, it's just kind of a love hate thing. Not hate, but TikTok's energy can still be a little off sometimes, so. Hello, thank you for joining me. I was trying to wait for people to come in here before I started talking. The TikTok just drains my battery so bad on my phone. If I don't get enough people in here, then I'll go over to TikTok, but I won't be able to talk long on there because it just drains it. All right. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining me over here. The only reason I'm not on TikTok live is because it really does drain my battery on my phone. It drains it so bad. And once I get in good, it's like, whoop, it's gone. It ends. This is Cinnamon Sunshine. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, for you all that don't know. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of... And I'm sitting where there's a lot of noise. So I hope y'all can hear me okay. There's a lot going on here in Memphis. And it's not good. It's not good. Let me start with my prayer. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. I'm covered by my ancestors. I am covered by my ancestors that dwell in the light as well as the dark, as well as other entities that look out for my best interest, the best interest of my family, the best interest. I started praying and people left. That's okay. Let those demons flee. The best interest of my family, our animals, and yeah. I'm still going to go ahead and keep talking. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, and it's not good. I am an ordained minister. I am spiritual. I am black and native heritage. The first video on this YouTube, my very first one, a couple of years ago, I did discuss that. So you're more than welcome to go back and look at that. But it is, it's not good. I think spiritual warfare, I know spiritual warfare has already started here in Memphis. It really has. The Elon Musk thing with Paul. Paul is allegedly the mayor of Memphis. Many of us don't claim him. We don't claim him. I call him a simp. S-I-M-P. I'm the one that was dragged out of my house by 20 rain station cops. Bitches. Bitches. One of my relatives calls them bitches with badges. That's what they are, a bunch of bitches. Probably the children that got bullied as children grew up and said, I'm going to be a cop when I grow up. I'm going to be the police and nobody's going to pick on me again. That's what you get. There's a lot going on. Paul basically sold out. He sold Memphis out with Elon. And it's doing already a lot of damage to people's health, unfortunately. How much money do you need? I mean, they didn't follow any kind of rules, any kind of laws. They ushered Elon, and when I say they, I'm talking about Paul and the city council. Went right under the radar, put that, and I'm gonna call it what it is, that shit here. The only thing they didn't count on is the world watching. I'm not talking about the United States just watching. I'm talking about the whole fucking world is watching. And it's not good. It's not good at all. Then they're talking about the crime. And I may just do a video of just going deeper into crime, the corruption, how that's tied in, because it's tied in together. And they know it. They know what they're doing. The only thing that they did not count on is Memphis is still Memphis. And when I say that, Memphis, I call him Pillsbury Doughboy, the little bitch that was the mayor last year. Jim Strickland, he's not from here, by the way. They say he pulls Paul's strings, tells him everything to do. That he paid him to run for mayor because he couldn't again. You have a whole bunch of corruption here. It is so corrupt that it's just that I always say the devil's not even pleased. Let's speak spiritual here for a second. If you think we live in this world by ourselves, you are greatly mistaken. And I'm talking spiritual now. You're still in Memphis. Elon knows what he's trying to do. He says Memphis is the real Egypt. Blah, blah, blah. He probably wants to tap into some energies, do some things. And I'm going to tell you that won't happen here. I'm going to tell you, I'm the one, if you go back on this YouTube channel, that was about 2 years ago too. I told you that the crime was going to get really, really bad. I spoke about the corruption. Go back about 2 years. I spoke about the corruption. And I told you that it's going to get bad, 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 bad here with the killing. To put on your seatbelts. And boy, I didn't lie. And I'm not telling you a wish or a promise. I'm telling you what spirit pours into me. So I tell you. And I'm telling you now that the crime is going to get even worse. They can send what the fuck they want to send. They can send the FBI is crooked too. At that Department of Justice, I call them testimonies. There were so many of us that had gone to the FBI. And what they do? Turn their head. Didn't give a damn. But you're so concerned, FBI, of the goddamn crime, really? But you're not concerned about police brutality. You're not concerned about the abuse and the abuse of power and the crimes that the police have committed against citizens of Memphis. You're not concerned, and I'm not even talking about criminals. But everybody in America allegedly is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But a lot of these cops act like judge and jury, and they take out their mental illnesses and frustrations out on the public. I always mention the lady Kim that happened to have been, no, she wasn't. I guess her spirit was there because every time I refer to her, I always mistakenly say she was on Thaddeus Matthews, but her sister was there. She was killed by Memphis police, hers beaten to death. A woman beaten to death. in the streets. I refrain from calling these people evil because I've known true evil, true obliterated evil. And they're not evil, they're just bad people. They want to be evil. When they get met with real evil, they will cower down. There is real evil here in Memphis. There is some evil that will make in a spiritual realm and in people. Let's talk about that. There's evil in the spiritual realm that's here every day. Then there's evil in certain people here that will always say, make that hair in your ass stand up on end. The cops and stuff, a lot of the things that they do that's horrible, and the courts and stuff, if they didn't have those jobs, they would be in jail. They would not be able to do it. There are things and entities and stuff around that don't give a damn about who you are, what job you have, who you say you are. I'm speaking spiritual and in this frequency as well. They don't care. You're like, Cinnamon, so what are you trying to say? Y'all know I talk in circles. This ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good at all. And I said ain't on purpose. It's not gonna be good. It's not. It's not gonna be good at all. Y'all can send what the hell you want to. If y'all don't clean it up with the dirty mayors, city and county, the dirty judges, the dirty courts, the dirty DA, the dirty school system, my God, the dirty ass dog pound stealing money and killing those babies day after day after day after day. The dirty rescues. I'm the one that was dragged out of my house and our dogs were stolen. Hadn't committed any crimes. I was targeted by Alexis Pugh, Glenn Andrews, and Matthew Ballou and a few others with Memphis Animal Services at the time. Glenn Andrews' dirty ass is down in Horn Lake making a big mess. So I hear from several sources. Several. This is not going to be good. All I can tell y'all to do is to stay out the way. Not in fear. Fear nobody but God, and God is not a God of fear to be feared. This is going to be really, really bad. And when I say Memphis is still Memphis, as a spirit, there are dark entities here. Many people talk about it. You can feel it when you come here and leave. When you leave the city and come back in. Those dark entities, I feel, on a spiritual level, are sick of being pimped out. Everybody wants to make money off of her. Everybody wants her nookie, but they don't want to give her a cookie. Everybody, Elon, the little Paul, the dude, little punk ass. I said it. Everybody wants to make money off her, but the streets are raggedy. They retaliate against people in the public for being outspoken. They took everything the children could enjoy. They don't want anybody educated because they want them to work at FedEx in a damn on a slave plantation. And then they're about to build a new jail, they say. They spoke of opening up a mental health place. That's another way for them to make money, say everybody's crazy. They lied on me and said I was crazy. I am not, never was. Those plans are going to be turned on them. And it's not man that's going to do it. Use your imagination. We are in spiritual warfare. When that church burned down, I had one relative say, the demons, and they done threw it down. It's on and popping. I said, yeah, it's on and popping now. Yeah, it's not going to end well here. Memphis is still Memphis. And she's a whole lot to take on. And she's a whole spirit. She's an entity within herself. So them going out here talking about, we're going to send all these goddamn people to Memphis, Tennessee. The little guy from India, Pakistan, I don't know where the hell he's from. Boy, you a nigga to these people, especially to the white people. And I talk real. I'm not trying to be proper or any of that. Proper. You are a nigga to these people. To the white people here. We're just going to send the troops there. You can send everybody you want to. And at the end of the day, Memphis is going to do what Memphis is going to do. And all y'all are doing is sending trouble. And you know it. You think you're going to come in here and bully the people that already have been oppressed, already struggling, already trying to make it. Trump taking everything anybody could ever have, including from white people and veterans. The city had an $800 million budget. I think last year was $600 million. And you can't fix the roads. You don't provide anything for the people. You don't do anything but take. That's all they do is take. So you think you're going to send these people here and bully everybody, harass them, lock them up so you can make money for your jails, do all this shit? I'm telling you now, mark my words on today, like I told you about the crime 2 years ago. Memphis, as a spirit, what Elon Musk calls the original Egypt, is going to send y'all asses running. You're going to get up out of here. You're not going to last here. With that bullshit, she's been through enough. She's suffered through enough. You're not going to make it here doing that bullshit. So send your little troops, send your bullies. What he said, 1,500? I heard 1,500. Then they said spread throughout. I don't know, but we'll go with the 1,500 because that's the original number that I heard. And when I say Memphis, I'm speaking spiritual. She's going to send you out of here with your tail tucked on it. And it's not going to take long. People are tired. People are so tired. People are tired of being oppressed. People are tired of being picked at. People are tired of just trying to make it. Everybody's trying to live and make it. You got a corrupt police department, corrupt sheriff's department. They just raped a woman that was intoxicated. Instead of taking her where she needed to go, they took her to a hotel and raped her. There's no telling how many rapes have happened. I've heard stories of many. How many people have been beaten to death, killed? How many people like me that were kidnapped out of their houses and never made it out of the mental ward? So much crime against the people. People are tired here. The stories from the Department of Justice. That's what they should be enforcing. But they don't want to do that because they have another agenda. Trump and the DOJ has decided to go no further. And God forgive me, I can't remember the man's name. It's been so many. Where the cops held their foot on his George Floyd, on his neck. Thank you. Amen. On his neck, and they plan on not pursuing that. We are about to embark on not only a race war, but spiritual war. The spiritual war has already begun. It's already begun. But as far as Memphis, send them on. Send your people. And Memphis is a spirit and a dark entity. Is tired. See, the devil will protect his own. Did you know that? Those demons that dwell will protect their own. It's sort of like two family members. I'm sure everybody's got this somewhere in their family. Two family members that don't get along, right? They can't stand each other. But you go fuck with one of them and see what the fuck happens. You just go try to fuck with one of them. That's not going to end well for you. You can have two family members that haven't spoken in years, but you go fuck with one of them. No. Same thing here in Memphis. This is not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. Well, that's my 2 cents from Cinnamon Sunshine. You're Black Native American, proud Black Indian, and Gullah Geechee, baby. I'll be doing some more on what I feel and can see and what spirit pours into my soul. But this is not going to be good. This is not, you can't come into a community like this where you've already oppressed people and you're going to send some bullies to oppress more. It's going to be a fucking uprising. There's a lot of people here that feel like they don't have anything to fucking lose, and they don't. Because the people running it have done so much harm. And when you got that, it's going to be war in the streets. And it's not going to be war amongst the people. It's going to be the police against the people, or the people against the police. People are tired. Y'all, you have underestimated Memphis again. And she's going to show you. I'm nobody's hoe. Memphis is going to show them I'm nobody's hoe. And again, I'm not talking people in particular. There's a spirit here. Elon knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to tap into. She ain't feeling that either. He understands as a weirdo and a billionaire the spiritual aspects of being here. And he understands what he's trying to destroy. She ain't gonna let that happen. It's some power here. It's some energies here. When you move throughout the city, if you are sensitive, there's some energies here that will fuck you up. It's some energies in certain spots. I won't say where they are. We've come across quite a few feeding homeless dogs in the streets in different places. It's some energies, y'all, so strong that if you close your eyes, you swear up and down to God and to Jesus that there's a person there. And no, nobody's hallucinating. The energy is just that strong, and it's a dark energy. There are places that we've been, and there's places that I've been personally that spiritually I had to ask permission to access just to feed animals. And I was allowed in. You don't hear me. I was allowed. I was allowed. This is spiritual work we do, taking care of these babies in the streets. This is a calling. There's properties and land and places that we have gone, and I have gone with my sister, and I have gone individually, where I had to get spiritual permission. I had to leave offerings. I'm just going to tell you. I had to leave some shit there. May I? Yes. Cinnamon, you may. Can I? Yes. We see what you're doing. Here. Thank you. Keep these babies safe. Yes, ma'am. This is not just, oh, I'm feeding the dogs. Oh, I'm feeding the dogs. No, this is some deep shit. So when people, and I'm not the first one in the world to take care of homeless dogs, but on the levels that we do it, we are on the levels and on the spiritual connection, and you can't copy that. They try to copy a lot, but that part you can't copy. But you know, and I'm gonna call a thing. White people will try to copy a lot. They tried to destroy us. I'm covered by that blood of Jesus and some other protections. They tried to destroy us. And you know, you don't just leave offerings anywhere. They'll hear that. Some things I talk about, some things I don't. And there's a whole lot more I could tell you. But no, it doesn't work like that. If you're not spiritually connected, you have no fucking idea. None. There are some places in this city, woo, that's like a vortex. There are portals here as well in different places that yeah, and I'll leave that there. I'll put that on the table and leave it. And Elon knows about that, but he doesn't know where all the portals are. We don't know where all the portals are either, but we know of a few. Again, this is spiritual warfare that we're in. Hopefully I didn't go over anybody's head in speaking spiritual, but it's together. You can't speak in this realm and not acknowledge the spiritual realm, especially in Memphis, Tennessee, because we walk that path together. They're both side by side. The entities and the demons that a lot of them in the courts here and such pray to, the little sacrifices they do. Oh, you didn't know that? Do your research. It's a lot of that goes on here. A lot of lawyers practice, or they pay people to practice. You have a lot of that here. You have your Masons. Remember, I come from a long line of high-ranking Freemasons. From my pawpaw, 5 generations back, all my grandmothers, all Eastern Stars, many deep back, go way back. I personally never joined because my dad, that was on my mama's side. My daddy didn't believe in that. But I do hold privilege. I hold privilege. But a lot of them are Masonic on a lower level. You got levels to it. So a lot of the cops that violated my home and on my property, they don't do any research. They don't check anybody until it's too late. You could feel the Masonic presence, at least I could that night. I'll do maybe a audio video on a demonic pulse. Write that word down. Demonic pulse. Demons have a beat. Energy has a beat to it, a frequency. There was a very strong demonic pulse that night from those cops, but it wasn't power. If you take them individually, they had none. They have to gang up to be able to get that pulse. And once they disperse, they no longer have it. They're bullies. Allegedly, they're moving to the brain station, the station that violated me, assaulted me, stole my dogs. Yeah, they're moving to we call it the pit. They're moving, if you're not in Memphis, to an old movie theater. And I'm going to have to do a whole nother audio video on that. But I'm so glad that you all are moving there. You will be properly welcomed. It is great that you're moving there. Go ahead, get settled in. Get your nice new shining building on that property. You take your ass on. Get your crooked ass chaplains, police chaplains, them dirty motherfuckers. Get them to pray over good. Yeah, they dirty asses. See, what you tell people in the public and what spirit sees is two different things. See, I always tell you, spirit and our ancestors can see what we don't see, know what we don't know, and hear conversations we are not privy to. They can see into your soul certain things that we can't see, right? So you take your bitch asses on down to the pit, build your new little police station, your library. I said that on purpose. Library. Go and fix that shit up real nice. And we'll wait. On that note, I've talked for 29 minutes and 34 seconds. This is Cinnamon Sunshine. You're a Black Native American hailing from corrupt-ass Memphis, Tennessee. I'm covered by the mighty blood of Jesus. Covered by my ancestors. I'm covered by my ancestors that dwell in the light as well as the dark, as well as other various entities. Thank you, entities. You can't see me pause there. Entities that look out for my best interest. And Gullah Geechee, baby. Bye, y'all.